A while back I did an unboxing video of this Ruger Wrangler with the 7.5-inch barrel, and today we're going to have a little fun with it. I'm Dustin and you're watching Guns of the West. Well, here is the Wrangler up close. And again, that is the 7.5-inch barrel. Fairly tall front sight, so it'll be interesting to see how close to point of aim it shoots. No adjustment though on these sights unless you're willing to file down your front sight or something. It's got the ejector like a Colt single action Army, and it has a lot of features that are very much in the style of the Colt single action Army, as does the Heritage Rough Rider that I always compare these to. One thing that I've never liked on Rugers, and some people like it better, not trying to knock it, but I prefer the more traditional mechanics. But on this, as soon as I open this loading gate, the cylinder is free to spin. And it spins this direction or this direction just freely. And that can cause issues like trying to line up your ejector with a chamber. It can be a little bit tougher. Not that you can't do it, and with practice you can get actually pretty quick at it. But there is no half cock position on this. However, watch this. If I pull the hammer to where the half cock would be, that does free the cylinder, and if you listen, you will hear the clicks like a Colt single action Army. But if I take my thumb off, there's no place for it to stay. It's either all the way down or it's all the way back. There is no in between. Now, it might be a little hard for you to see, but right in that gap, you can see the bolt, and as I move the loading gate, you can see the internal mechanics connect those, so that bolt goes down as the gate comes open. So that's why the cylinder frees. So there's no need to pull the half cock. Well, anyway, might as well get it loaded up and have a good time with it. I've got some CCI ammunition here. And when I did an accuracy test in the Ransom rest on my other Ruger Wrangler, these particular cartridges were the best as far as grouping. I'm just going to dump them out loose like this. So let's go ahead and open up the gate. And I'm going to load all 6 chambers. I won't do a cowboy load. And of course, Rugers do have a transfer bar. And no manual safety, I should point that out. I've shown it before, but a lot of people hate the Heritage for that manual safety, which I don't mind, but the Ruger doesn't have it. So if you really cannot live with that manual safety, maybe Ruger is the way for you to go. Let's just finish getting these all in. I think this should be the last one. All right, so that's all 6 chambers loaded. Go ahead and close that up. And because of the transfer bar system, the hammer is not resting on a rimfire primer. Now let's go ahead and do a little shooting with it. All right, I've got my ear protection in. And for my first shots, I'm going to be shooting from this Ransom multi-cal rest so that I can see where the sights are without too much of my own error involved. Now I'm going to have to really scrunch down to get on these sights, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, target is about 26, 27 yards away, and I just hit it. It's a 12-inch steel plate. I think that one missed it altogether. That was a hit. A hit. Oh, must be all of them. Well, let's go take a look at that target and see what's going on here. Well, somehow I got one hit way up here, but the other 2 hits are way down here at the bottom. So I'm guessing the 3 that didn't hit the steel at all went underneath and back there into the dirt. So the gun does seem to shoot a little bit low. However, I'm shooting about 26, 27 yards. It's a bit of a long way for a revolver, so that's not terrible. I'll do some freehand shooting next after I show you the unloading, and I'll get a little bit closer so we can see if I can just control it and keep them on the steel. Before I shoot again, let's take a look at that unloading procedure. So I've opened the gate, which frees the cylinder. Then I'll use my ejector to just push those shells right out. And again, there are no positive clicks for it to stop on, but as long as you just kind of center it, you can get them lined up. And, oh, that one didn't. All right, all 6 have been ejected. All right, I've got it loaded up again with 6 rounds, and I've moved forward a bit. Now I'm about 18 yards from the target, and I'll try to aim a little high on the steel and see if I can get them on it this time. Oh, I pulled that one. All right, I just have to have one more round of fun before I wrap this up. Well, now I'm getting them up on the steel. Granted, a bit all over the place, but hey, at least I even got a couple of bullseyes on that little swinging bullseye there. And I'm just shooting offhand, one-handed from about 18 yards away, so I'll take that. Just have to remember the gun's shooting a little bit low. I'm holding right up about here and getting them down in this area here. Now, for a real accuracy test, make sure you've hit the subscribe button, because I'll be taking the gun out to the Lee K Center and putting it in the Ransom Master Series rest to eliminate human error, and we'll see what the gun can really do then. All right, I've got it unloaded again, and just for size comparison, here it is next to my other Ruger Wrangler with the short barrel. If I remember right, it's 4 3/4 inch like a Colt would be. Just another little close-up look, see if there's anything else to tell you about it. This is a silver Cerakote is what that finish is, which is kind of a cost-saving option for Ruger to keep these at a budget price. The muzzle on these, if I get back so I'm not pointing it at myself, very, very flat. You don't see like a nice defined crown like you do on the Heritage. It almost looks like it was just chopped off, but it is just very slightly crowned right in there where the bore comes out. Of course, it is a rifled barrel. Nice gun. And you know, I always keep saying whenever I have these out that I prefer the Heritage, but in its own way, and that's the whole thing. You just have to remember Ruger is a different thing. It's a different design, different mechanics, but it is really a nice gun. Just because it's not my favorite single action revolver does not at all mean I don't like it. I really love these, and I've been having a great time with them, and will continue to do so. Well, I really do hope you enjoyed this look today at the Ruger Wrangler 7.5 inch barrel version. I have to say, I like it a lot better, even if just cosmetically, than the other one I had before, the black one that was much, much shorter. But I will be doing a video of the two of them together doing chronograph testing to see how much more velocity I get out of this longer barrel. But even if it's just cosmetic, I always like the long barrel revolvers. Anyway, don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos. And if you look in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media, as well as where to find great Guns of the West products. Thank you so much for watching.